Hello and welcome to another edition of ProtoMet Tries, and in today's video I'm continuing on with the ramen journey because I keep finding more ramen, and in today's video I'm going to be trying a ramen from a company called Snapdragon. Apparently this is an imported company or something, or at the very least on one side of the cup it says that it's imported from Vietnam. And that the importer is Snapdragon Foods. So I'm wondering if there are different products that Snapdragon has done. Currently, this is the first of 4 Snapdragon ramen cups that I picked up to give a shot. And this is their basic chicken flavor. I'm interested to see how this stacks up to the likes of, say, Maruchan or Cup Noodle. It's certainly not something that I would be picking up on the regular, but that's only because I found this in a grocery store that is pretty out of the way for me. I believe it was a Cashwise we went to. I just happened to go there and was looking to see if I could find anything to try. Found this and 3 other cups. So regardless of how this tastes, I don't know if I'll ever pick this up again, simply because I don't know if I'll ever find it again. And like I said, I picked it up at, I want to say, a Cashwise. There is actually a Cashwise fairly near here, but I have never seen this at that particular Cashwise. Of course, I could be mistaking, and maybe we went to a different grocery store. I'm pretty confident it was a Cashwise, though. But enough about the history of this and the other 3 cups. Let's give it a shot in 3, 2, 1. I gotta remove the top and stir it. Now, like with a lot of these kind of off-brand ramen cups, it gives you the brick of ramen, and then has all the ingredients for this particular type of ramen in separate pouches. It actually has an oil pouch with some like kind of brown chunks in it, which you're supposed to add after everything else has been heated. Unless that's different for the microwave instructions. I went with a kettle, where adding the oil and brown chunks, which are not listed in the instructions, are added last, and then you stir. I assume that the orange chunks are flavored chunks. Anyway, this looks like your standard ramen. How does it smell? A bit chickeny. I would say chickeny. A bit oily. Chicken and oily. But it's definitely got a scent that reminds me of other chicken ramen cups. Got this finger here pointed up for no reason. Actually, I don't know what, I was probably just using this finger because it's longer. I've had better. I got one of those chunks in there, and it was crunchy, and it has a taste. I'm thinking that those brown chunks were like the fried bits of like a fried chicken, the fried breading. I think that's what they were going for with that. Maybe it was trying to go for a fried chicken sort of taste, and that chunk just tastes burnt. Also got a sesame seed on that bite, which is a bit of a change from most of the other cup ramens. Most cup ramens would have, the standard carrots, chicken. I want to say green onions. Maybe they're chives. I don't know the difference. And this has those, but it's also got the sesame seeds, which are just got the fried breading to try and give it a fried chicken feel, which again doesn't quite work. But this is not bad. It's basic, and like I said, with the other Snapdragon ones that I'm going to be trying, I likely won't have it again, but just because it's a bit out of my way to get it. But if you want, I want to say cheap. I actually don't know how much I paid for this, but if you want a knockoff ramen that is potentially cheaper than the others, and you want just a knockoff chicken ramen, it does in a pinch. It does in a pinch. This will do in a pinch. Nothing super spectacular. I think the ramen noodles might be a bit thinner than in other varieties, but maybe I'm just imagining things. But yeah, no, this is a perfectly fine, acceptable ramen. And for a base flavor, it does its job. Chicken, of course, being a base flavor for any sort of ramen. But again, this is just the first of the Snapdragon ramen cups that I have. The others are actually going to have some more interesting flavors. Surprisingly, I didn't find a beef flavor. So, the next one is going to be one of the more exotic flavors. Exotic being not chicken or beef flavored. I actually don't remember the exact flavor I've got next. I think I know what it is, but you're going to have to wait to find out what it is. So, until next time, this has been me, ProtoMet. See ya.